Normally I wouldn't bash things in my videos, but I'm coming to you today to inform you about the Art Institute of Charlotte and also every other AI nationwide. You know how normally schools are owned by like other school companies and branches and basically school related things. Come to say that AI is owned by a company, I believe it's called EDMC, which is actually a business. So I don't know how it got its power to become a school, and it also owns like 3 or 4 other schools as well. I think it's 4. But if you look it up, you'll like find it. There are like petition sites on the internet if you look them up. There are videos, other testimonies on YouTube as well, besides just mine. I'm making this video because of all the stuff I went through with the school for like almost the past year, well, going on the past year. I mean, since July and now it's March. So if I stay here for another 4 months, which I really don't need to, I'll be here for a year. First of all, the school charges too much. It charges like a university, like a high-class university, when we only go to the institute and we shouldn't be charged that much. The news I got yesterday is that we have, well, the overall thing, we have 3 types of apartments we can move in through housing. And I have a problem with housing since like August, I want to say. But the types of apartments we can move in is like a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, but the thing about it is 2 people per room. And like we have people here 17, 18, 19, 20 up through the ages of like, I think the oldest person in the housing right now is 60. And why would a 16-year-old be roommates with like a 17, 18-year-old? I don't know. You need to do something with your life, because honestly, why are you 60 rooming with a 17-year-old? It's kind of pedophilish. But yeah, the housing plans they have is 4 people in the 2-person apartment, basically 2-room apartment, 2-person apartment, and then they share everything, and then they have their guests, and it's chaos. Then you have what they call the 2x1, which is 2 rooms in an apartment. 2 people both get their own rooms, which is fairly better than the 4 people that like what I'm in, which is chaos. 2 people get their own room. You can basically put locks on there if you want to, and then there's 1 bathroom. Then there's the 1x1. You get your own apartment basically, but they charge you extra. I believe the 4 people is anywhere from $300 to $600 a month. The 2 people rounded off to $2,222, and that's 2 people with their own rooms and sharing a bathroom. And then if you get your own apartment, they charge you $3,000, which is kind of out of the place, because if you look at this complex through the internet, they only charge anywhere between $600 through $1,189. The problems I've been dealing with since I got here with housing and with school. Housing, I have my roommates, like I have a good roommate every blue moon. The first one I kind of messed up on, but we got like to a truce and agreement on everything. Then he moved out, but I was still in the same apartment. The second guy moved in was, he called himself quote unquote bisexual, which he was really gay, and he tried to come on to me, which I didn't really approve of that. So then I moved out to a second apartment with this bisexual guy, and thought everything was cool and stuff. Everything was cool for like a week. But this dude ran his other roommate away because he's controlling. Basically, he wants to run the apartment himself. He wants, like, I remember he wanted all the closets for himself. He wanted me to unpack, but I had nowhere to unpack. And he tried to control the guests I had, and he had this guest staying in there for like 2 and 3 weeks on end. And I was really having that. Right before I left, he tried to fight me, so I couldn't be a part of that. And then I got moved into the next apartment, which was at another complex named Stone Ridge. I moved in, had 3 roommates. 2 of them were cool. 1 was like shady. He would come in and out the apartment, wouldn't say much to people, and eat our food. But that was really an issue because we still had some left over. But then he would steal from us whenever we went home, or like right before day break. And I remember right after Christmas break, I came back and like almost half of my stuff that like really mattered and cost money was gone. And then I called the police system. Both times I got robbed. I got robbed 2 times in that last complex. I called the police 2 times. They didn't do anything about it. They talked to me over the phone. And then I came back here to Andover, the first complex I was in. Now one of my roomies were trying to fight me because I asked him to clean up, and he was like, I'm complaining too much and all that. And he's like, he heard people talking about me, but I don't believe in this whole hearsay thingy, so I just let it go. And also, this one, they don't clean up. They also have guests over, and this apartment stinks. I don't see how they do it. They have damages to the apartment which really need to get fixed. And they also have like a bad thieving problem as well. Some guy got kicked out like a month or 2 ago. He's robbing everybody, and the police are just not coming into it because it's multiple people, which don't make any sense. That shows that Charlotte has a bad police system, and the school has a bad housing system as well. Other than just the housing, the school is bad. The government's threatening to shut them down. They seem like they really don't want to help people with things. The dean is basically a butthole towards people. The security guards at school harass people and try to talk to us about their personal lives, which really doesn't matter. And through all this, I can't really take it anymore. So since I'm getting basically kicked out of housing or pushed into another apartment, and if I don't take what the AI is trying to give me, which is the one people apartment, they're basically kicking me out. So I'm going to look at apartments they move into. Then next, I'm like, well, I know it's not a might. I'm changing schools, changing to a community college, and changing back to like either university or another art school because I can't take AI anymore. It costs too much. The housing is bad, and the people here act like a bunch of 5-year-olds. So take this video in reference and go look up the other AI sites. Like, the government's trying to shut them down. They have petition sites, and listen to other people's testimonies on YouTube. I'm Patrick Deion Brown, and I'm the one who's talking through this whole video. Need any more info, message me, email me at my email address, deionbrown34@yahoo.com. So until I talk to you again on my next video.